right, Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv. We are joined by Jay Hagey and Tanner Hortsmeyer from Allon Planning Partners. Hey guys, how are you all today?
Doing great, Bridget. Enjoying this fall weather, so we're loving it.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah,
so glad to have you both in the studio with us here today. So, I hear you guys talk about the importance of a comprehensive financial plan. So, will you talk to us a little bit about what that actually consists of and what that looks like?
Yeah, so we have a 5 tier strategy that we go through when it comes to a comprehensive plan. We look at investment management, income planning, tax planning, estate planning, and healthcare planning, right? And the reason is because a lot of times, and what we've seen in this industry, a lot of folks start at investment management, which is important. I'm not negating the fact that that's important.
It's one of the 5.
Yeah, but that's where they a lot of times will start and where they stop. Right. And the problem is that there are 4 other components that need to be discussed and need to be planned for, so that there aren't gaps and major loopholes in your plan. And so, the income planning, the tax planning, the estate planning, and the healthcare planning have to be talked about, planned for, so that your retirement experience is what it needs to be. And then also so that we aren't paying Uncle Sam more than his fair share. Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and Tanner hit all 5 of those brilliantly. I think that, investment management is an easy place to start and stop, because, hey, if I can get 10 versus 8 percentage on my portfolio, I'm happy, right? Yeah. But is that really getting you to the goals that you want? You need to make sure that you have a purpose-based plan, that you have buckets of money for each purpose that you have. And retirement is one of those. We want to make sure that we don't run out of money in retirement. But you also have to have all these other components, like an income plan. I can have a good investment strategy all day long, but if I don't know how I'm going to take distributions from those accounts most appropriately, is it really going to do me any good? Do I know that I'm not going to run out of money, right? You have to have a good income plan. That includes Social Security maximization. We help folks that are near Social Security age. When should you take it? When should you file? How should you file? There's a lot of strategies that goes around Social Security maximization, and that's a piece of the income plan that a lot of folks don't talk about or they miss. So we start very elementary from a budget, right? We are SmartVestor Pros with Dave Ramsey, so that's one of the things that we talk about is a budget, and making sure that people aren't spending more than they make, right? That's a good place to start. But also that your income is going to keep up over time because of this little word called inflation. So, we've seen it, raise the prices of everything over the last couple of years. Inflation's been out of control. That's why interest rates have to go higher. The Fed's trying to fight it, but inflation is sticky and it's here. And that is a hidden tax that people pay over time. And you have to have an income plan with the monies that you are setting aside and saving and working hard for right now to make sure that they're going to last you 10, 15, 25 years in retirement, right? And so that's what we help with. We give you that peace of mind, not only with an investment strategy that says you are properly allocated for this ride that you're rolling in right now with the market cycles, but that you have an income plan that you can efficiently and effectively get to those dollars at retirement or in retirement so that you don't run out of money. We have to do that. So income planning is super important. Another one is tax planning.
Tax planning is of the utmost, right? Because too, in retirement, we know that we have a debt problem. And we talk about this all the time in educational events that we do, but the United States has a debt issue, and the IRS, right? They make their money off of tax dollars. And so they are looking at we the people to make their income, and so they know every misstep that we make from our retirement accounts and our tax deferred accounts, that's more income for them. So there are tax strategies that we go through with our clients to make sure that they're maximizing their tax dollars. And then also even looking at possibilities of taking these tax deferred dollars and converting them into tax-free dollars, right? Which not only benefits them in retirement, but then benefits their overall estate, so that beneficiaries in the future don't have to pay taxes on those dollars either. And so that's a conversation that we have, but we know that paying taxes, we talked about it last night, paying taxes to some level is a good thing because that means you're making money. But we don't want to pay Uncle Sam more than his fair share. And the way to do that is to make sure that you are planning holistically for, those taxes in your account.
Absolutely. So ultimately, what we want listeners to know today is you need a 5-tier approach, or all 5 components of a financial plan to be active and understood and to plan for them, right? If you are working with someone, a retail brokerage shop or whatnot, any financial quote unquote advisor out there that is starting and stopping only with investment management, that's good. That's a good place to start, but let's don't stop there.
Yeah.
That's why we are independent fiduciaries that work directly for our clients. We don't sell a product, we sell a service. I tell this over and over again. The service is we want to put together a great financial plan for you. It starts with investment management, but it ends with income planning, like we talked about, all those areas that we talked about, tax planning, making sure that we're not paying Uncle Sam more than his fair share and that we're keeping more money in our pocket. Because I tell people this all the time, every dollar that I can help save you in taxes is a dollar I don't have to take risk to earn back later in your career, right? Or in your financial life. So we've got to have a good tax strategy. We have to have a good healthcare plan, because healthcare, we're all living longer than ever. It's amazing that the advances in medicine and things like this, but it costs more money. We have to have a good healthcare plan so that our number one fear doesn't come true and we run out of money based on healthcare needs, right? And then last but not least, we have to have an estate plan. We have to know how our possessions are getting to the next generation, or if we're disabled, how do we continue caring for ourselves and the needs that we have if we can't make those decisions anymore? We help folks with that as well. So I would invite and encourage anyone, if you are missing any one of those pieces of a financial plan, call in and chat with us. We would love to connect with you and see how we can help your family make the best decisions for a brighter future for you.
Yeah.
We're talking with Jay Hagey and Tanner Hortsmeyer with Allon Planning Partners, 423-315-1441, online at allonplanning.com. And we can't say it enough, this time that we're living in, it is so important to have a plan and to have professionals on your side like you guys there at Allon.
Yeah, no, I agree, because in the same way you think about anything in life, right? Like you think about a football team, they don't just go onto the field with no plan of action,
Have to
right?
have a winning strategy.
They prepare and they prepare and they prepare, and that's just for an hour long game or hour and a half long game. We're talking about 20 to 30 years of now having spent your whole working life accumulating these funds. Now let's actually use these for the betterment of your retirement, and doing so the most effectively. The most effective way as possible.
So we would love for you to reach out if you do not have those plans put together. 423-315-1441 or allonplanning.com. There again, there's tons of resources on our website, allonplanning.com. Under the resources tab, you can find our TV show, our podcast, different YouTube segments that we got, different strategies that we connect with folks with. We would love for you to go there. You can go to our calendar straight from that website and find a time to meet with us. We would love to meet with you and your family and put together a winning strategy so that you are winning through retirement.
Great information as always. That's Jay Hagey and Tanner Hortsmeyer with Allon Planning Partners. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bridget. Appreciate it.
Investment advisory services are offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The content provided is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The views, statements, and opinions expressed herein are those of the individual speakers and not necessarily those of Foundations and its affiliates. The information contained herein does not constitute an offer to sell any securities or represent an express or implied opinion or endorsement of any specific investment opportunity, offering, or issuer. Any discussion of performance or returns is not indicative of future results. Each individual investor's situation is different, and any ideas provided may not be appropriate for your particular circumstances. Foundations only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Registration as an investment advisor is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. No legal or tax advice is provided. Always consult with a tax professional. All rights reserved.